Welcome to the JCX Show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the JCX Show. My name is John Carr. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If there's a notification bell right side there, please make sure you click all for future episodes and short videos that will be coming up. If you got any questions or comments, please leave on the comment section, and whatever you please hit the like button. Now we all know that the PlayStation 6 is coming out soon, and I know that a lot of you are ready for that. But the question is, what games that do we expect to come out when PlayStation 6 hits? That's why I'm gonna tell you which ones that maybe coming out. Here's what it says. We're 4 years into the PlayStation 5's life cycles, which means that we likely hit the halfway point. Console generations tends to last around 8 years these days. It's it's not possible that we get a PlayStation 6 by 2028, while it seems to be too early to anticipate a far-off console, and it is. The reality of the groundwork is for likely being laid as we speak. Large-scale exclusives that we can take well over 4 years to produce, which means some of the PlayStation games could be in the works right this second. Some of those games seems foregone conclusions. We likely to see new games in the God of War and Horizon series, as well as a new IP from the studios like House Macquarie. As for the rest, well, we already have some firm ideas about what games will land on Sony's next console. That's partially thanks to the studio confirmation leaks and some good old-fashioned common sense. Now, here's the best guess, as we thought we might be playing in a new shiny PlayStation by 2030. But I'm still going to keep looking for see if there are any more updates about PlayStation 6. If it comes later, it might come later. If it's come early, it might come early. So I'll keep looking for it. But right now, here's what we expect coming out. Marvel's Spider-Man 3. Last year's developer Insomniac was the victim of a mass hack. Some ransomware attack and a load of sensitive information being leaked into the public, including details about Marvel's Wolverine. Among that, a pile of information was for the information of Insomniac's entirely developed timeline through 3031. Thanks to that, we know that 4 games that's linked for PlayStation release includes a new IP and new Ratchet & Clank game. The most obvious game on the list, Spider-Man 3, which is aimed for 2028 launch. This is no brainer that the Spider-Man 2 ends with several teas about the sequel, even confirming some feelings if planning to date hold up. This is the most likely contender for the launch of the game at this moment. So we know that we saw what happened on Spider-Man 2. Peter Parker starts to get a little retired, and Miles Morales might become the new Spider-Man. So, much as I want to get the Spider-Mans, they just seems they have a little problem, in which we all know why. We all know why. And I ain't gonna waste my breath to tell you, because why else? Okay, here's the next one. Marvel's X-Men. That's not all from Insomniac. This leak confirmed that the studios currently work on a full X-Men game slated for 2030. That's severe as fallout of Marvel's Wolverine, which Y'all saw what happened when they did to Jean Grey. My gosh, this is sick. But anyways, which is expected to launch on PS5 by 2026. It's hard to predict too much of what the environment concerning that we don't know. While Wolverine stories will go, but mostly anticipate here its multiplayer potential. Insomniac is more known for a single player experience, but the franchise, like X-Men, seems to rip for co-op. Will players get to team up for using favorite mutants, or will Insomniac take Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy approach here with a solo team setup? It will be a long time till we find out, so expect to stay in the dark for a few more years. To be honest, I don't even care, because if it's not coming out, I got a feeling it's gonna be bad. So I may be wrong, but I hopefully they bring something excitement on X-Men. So I don't know. All right, Uncharted 5. Are you serious? Okay, after canceling the planning Last of Us multiplayer game, all eyes are on Naughty Dog right now. The studio, perhaps Sony's most valuable entry, and we know it has multiplayer single-player games currently in development. We expect to see at least one of those hit PS5 in the next 4 years. My money is on The Last of Us Part 3, considering the success on this TV show, which I saw the TV show and no, I'm not dealing with that. And I saw some of these video clips on the game of The Last of Us Part 2. I'm like, man, no, I'm not interested in it. I thought for the minute. I was thought for the minute, but after what I saw, no. As for what is might come on PSS, our best guess is a long way to return of Uncharted series, which, by the way, I haven't even started or bought the Uncharted 4. I didn't even bought that yet, so I'm gonna get that. Let's see. Even if Uncharted 4, The Thief's End, feels like a conclusion for Nathan Drake's, there's a strong possibility that we get a proper sequel that's starting by his daughter Cassidy. Oh, dang! Oh, come on now! A woman? A little girl? Come on, man! What happened to us guys, man? We not gonna offend her, man. Why did it have to be a girl? Why it had to be a girl, man? I don't get it. Gee. I don't know why. That's what feels exactly like a part of the movie Naughty Dog would go to consider how The Last of Us Part 2 play out. And exactly, this is why I might say I might not think about getting that. Because I get 4, and that's it. Now they have to bring a daughter, Cassidy. Does that name sounds familiar? Yeah. Mortal Kombat 11. Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade. Together they make Cassidy Cage. I don't know why they... No. Cassidy Cage. I don't know what it's saying. Sorry. Okay, let's go on this one because I don't know what it's saying. Destiny 3. What I'm most interested to see how Bungie plays in the PlayStation future. Sony bought into the studios in 2022 for over $3 billion. My gosh. Seriously? Which is something of a statement purchase. We would like to see the fruits of the acquisition soon with Marathon. We had to imagine for something even bigger than is on horizon. Destiny 3. The Destiny series has proven to stay power over the last decade with the excuse me, frequency updates and steady player player base. While most success MMOs tend to cruise along as long as they can, I imagine Sony might want something a little more modern to show off the power of a PS6 and its commitment to PC gaming. And with this Destiny 2's the final shape expression to close the doors of one story, it feels like the right time to start cooking up the sci-fi series, the next chapter, even if it does not come out for a few more years. Okay, if I ever want to get Destiny, I'd rather have it offline, but you know how it is, because the first time I was gonna buy Destiny for PlayStation 3, but they told me that you need to have internet. So I said, no, man. That's why I like the story mode. I like the campaign mode offline, because I want to do the story. I want to see how it goes by myself. I don't like online stuff, man. I don't like to go online just to get to the story mode. Okay. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. When it comes to the third-party games, there are already a few games that you can expect to see. The biggest of a final installment of a Final Fantasy VII Remake project. While we don't know much about it, there is a 4-year gap between remake and rebirth. If that same development cycle holds up, the final chapter should be launched sometime around 2028, potential right as the new console generation begins. Of course, it will come out just before PS6 drops, like an upgrade planet after, but the cross-generational release feels likely. And to be honest, I'm not much playing this Final Fantasy remake, man. I'm just gonna stay with originals, cause they probably gonna mess up. Square Enix is gonna mess it up. Cyberpunk 2. Really? The biggest power played by the next generation console may just be a CD Projekt Red. Despite the disaster of Cyberpunk 2077 launch in 2020, the studio has found its footing and restored goodwill with the fans since then. It has already confirmed that it's juggling multiple games, and many like to drop in the next console generation. That includes at least one, if not two, games in its next Witcher trilogy. But the biggest thing is to watch out for the sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. The project is already in early development and recruiting talent to work on it. If the company's long development timelines hold up to history, don't expect to see this until 2030. I don't even care. Alright, the last one, what do you expect to see? Maybe. Is Bloodborne Remake. I will throw you all one bone for this last one. For years now, From Software fans have claimed to be some kind of Bloodborne news, whatever to be the sequel or PC port. We think it will feasibly happen on PS6 thanks to Bluepoint Games. The studio is responsible for the PS6 launch game, an excellent remake of Demon's Souls. See, this is why I don't play much of those devils, stuff, and you be like one of those demons and stuff, man. Unless you've been set up and you become one, and then you're gonna have to fight your way out of there. I just, you know, not much of them. Okay. We wouldn't be surprised to see Sony repeat that success with full Bloodborne remake that launch alongside PS6. By then, the game will be 2 console generations old, which makes an idea for a touch-up seem more reasonable. Of course, we are setting ourselves up for disappointment here, but we have hope. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got a question to ask you. What other games do you think you expect to see coming for PlayStation 6? Please leave it on the comment section and feel free to say what did you gotta say. Me, I was hoping for Capcom to remake the Mega Man X series, but I got a feeling that they probably won't. They probably never will. It is sad because they making what Monster Hunter and Resident Evil. Ugh. Tired of zombie games. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have. Thank you for watching the JCX show. My name is John Carr, and I hope I'll see you all again. Till then, please be cool, drink plenty of water, be safe, be blessed, and may God be with you. Peace.